This dirt block might just be the rarest item in Terraria. While it's indistinguishable to the rest of them, this one is much dirtier, and much rarer as a result. And if you're anything like me, despite consistently playing Terraria since this item was introduced, you've never found it. But how rare is it really? Is it really that much rarer than, say, a slime staff? And how long would it take to find one? Well, I set out to answer all of these questions and more in today's video. Any one of the many dirt blocks beneath us could be the one we're looking for. So we could do the smart thing and progress through the game until we have a very fast way of excavating them all, or we can try and get lucky and go for it now. Something I wasn't aware of until making this video was that there are actually multiple dirtiest blocks available in each world. We won't worry about how there can be multiple dirtiest blocks, because that makes our job a lot easier. The exact number available depends on your world size, but in our medium worlds, there are 6 up for grabs, which honestly doesn't sound too bad, until you find out how many dirt blocks are on a Terraria world. Thanks to T-Edit's Analyze World tool, we can see that our Terraria world has over 1 million dirt blocks. So clearly trying to get lucky by finding it with the copper pickaxe after just a few hundred blocks wasn't going to work. The next best way to search for this thing is of course to use bombs, so I built a few houses to make room for the demolitionist. Now, earlier in this video I said that the dirtiest block is indistinguishable from other blocks, which is true, but there's technically a way we can find it just with our eyes, because according to the wiki, grass will not spread to the dirtiest block. If at any point we see a gap in the grass that wasn't created by us, we'll know we found it. So, while waiting for the demolitionist to arrive, I traveled across the surface of the world looking for any suspicious gaps in the grass. Compared to digging blindly with a copper pickaxe, this is a much faster way to check for the dirtiest block. But of course, we're talking 6 in 1 million odds here, so the odds are not exactly in our favor. Okay, so that is both sides of the world. As far as I could tell, there are no dirtiest blocks on the surface. But what I did find are these living trees, and they're actually really close to our base, which is good. And I think that's how we're going to get some more gold. Why do we need gold? Well, because bombs aren't exactly cheap early game, especially when you factor in just how many we'll likely have to use. Now, if you saw my Bestiary video, you probably know where I'm going with this. But this living wood tree is the key to unlocking limitless early game wealth in Terraria. By carefully destroying the living wood tree and paying close attention not to break these walls at the top, we can make a very efficient gnome farm. This is because only critters and gnomes can spawn in front of this wall. So after building a platform and artificial jungle biome, placing a water candle and using a battle potion, we get a very steady supply of gnomes. You can further optimize this setup, but you need to progress through the game a little more to do so. I'll leave a link in the description for those that want to learn more about that. When sold to a happy NPC, the gnomes go for about 1 gold and 20 silver each. Yeah, so we get 69 gold for 58 gnomes. That is extremely good, and it really didn't take long at all. Okay, so already we have 1,000 dynamite. After about 2 hours of playing this world, we could finally start making some serious headway towards our goal. Initially, I started just running along the surface and dropping dynamite down as I went, which worked alright. However, being this early into the game, it was getting rather annoying to traverse the many craters I was creating. Not to mention all the enemies and explosions that I needed to dodge at the same time. So, what I think I'm gonna do is from here on out, kind of blow up one lane up until the cavern layer, because I believe at that point, there are no more dirt blocks present. And that should be easier to handle and not blow myself up, because I have done that quite a few times now. So I guess we'll start with our elevator here. Now, I'll be honest, without a grappling hook, it was still pretty easy to blow myself up with this new method. But doing it this way felt a lot more controlled and was just easier on my brain. Oh, gem cave, okay. We got... I just need any hook. It actually does not matter. Okay, that gem cave gave us enough for a hook, which is amazing. That should help out a lot. But for some reason, I thought that the dirt just would stop being present in the cavern layer. It definitely is less, but it's still there. If we get unlucky and have the dirtiest block spawn in the cavern layer, we will have much more distance to cover for much less dirt. Again, it's very unlikely that this will happen, but in the event that it does, it's definitely worth it to progress further into the game to unlock some more effective excavating tools. Okay, one thing I'm struggling with is my inventory filling up, so there's a chance that on the way down, it could have dropped, but I don't have room to pick it up, so I could have just left it there, which is a very scary thought. Like there, dirt blocks. Could have easily missed those. It could be on the side here. I'll have to be cautious about inventory clutter, I would hate to find it, not realize it, have it despawn, and then spend way longer than I should have to. Okay, so I'm at the point where I'm really starting to notice the lack of dirt. So I think I'm just going to stick to surface and then go from there. And I'm assuming it's going to show up as a colored icon. It better, because I don't know if I would notice Dirtiest Block over Dirt Block. Okay, so I've been hard at work. We have basically a whole screen length of, or actually a little over a whole screen length. We went up to here. And of course we have nothing to show for it. I was keeping track of our dirt, so we're actually up to 36,000 dirt blocks, which is pretty solid, but it's a lot slower than I thought it was going to be. I think it took about an hour. So, change of plans. Instead of just doing this dynamite strategy the whole time until we get it, I've decided to progress even more so that we can get... I think we're going to settle for the rocket launcher. So that's all the way post-plant, because this has just taken too long. And also it's so tedious without like infinite flight and stuff and using dynamite. I'm dying a ton. It's taking forever to get everything lined up. I don't know which way is more optimal. I think it'll at least feel better, even if it's not faster. As we progress all the way to post-Montera, consider subscribing. I make plenty of goofy Terraria videos like this one, and also have some Pokemon and Soulsborne videos for you to check out as well. After getting the treasure magnet, cyborg, rocket launcher, and our infinite flight mount, our total time has gone from 4.5 hours to 10 hours. So, unless we get pretty unlucky with the Dirtiest Block and have to destroy well above the expected 167,000, it's looking like sticking to the dynamite would have been much faster. That being said, the process of destroying the dirt itself is now much less tedious with all our new gear. Now, I'm sure many of you are curious as to why I decided to stop at the rocket launcher instead of progressing to the Celebration Mark II. Because don't get me wrong, Celebration Mark II is by far the most efficient way of clearing out blocks. But when you factor in the time it would take to get there, and also my disdain for Moonlord farming, I decided it wasn't worth it. Depending on how many dirt blocks it takes to find the dirtiest one, this could definitely come back to bite me. But we'll just have to wait and see whether or not this gamble pays off. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes, and we have, what is that, 32,000 roughly? Just about what we did in like, I think an hour or two for this section. So, not bad. But while we continue to decimate our world, let's talk about some numbers. The odds for the dirtiest blocks in this world are 6 in 1,003,335, or 1 in 167,223. In its rarest form on a normal difficulty world, the slime staff is 1 in 10,000. The dirtiest block is obviously much rarer on paper. However, we can mine dirt blocks a lot faster than we can find and kill slimes, even after you factor in the slime statues available in your world. With the help of a slime statue, we can kill 60 slimes per minute, so to get to 10,000 slimes killed, it would take just under 3 hours. With our rocket launcher setup, we're able to destroy roughly 75,000 dirt blocks per hour, allowing us to reach our target of 167,000 in a little over 2 hours. Bear in mind, this rate could be much more if you stick to just the surface, or quite a lot less if you are extremely unlucky and forced to mine in the cavern lair. But odds are you'll have at least one dirtiest block in the upper region of your world, and we'll have the crazy fast pace the whole way through. So in practice, the rarity of these two items are actually much closer than you would originally think. Oh, I got it. Oh, I didn't even notice. When did that happen? I think we got really lucky there. I mean, here's the size of our chasm here. But I didn't do that many dirt blocks, I don't think. That's crazy. Okay, we can go. As you can see, I had a rogue rocket come this way. But we have the dirtiest block. So I started getting a bunch of chests ready, because I figured, okay, we're going to need a bunch. But apparently not. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 60,000, 64,000, plus the 35 from before. Okay, so that took about 100,000 blocks. That wasn't bad at all. Okay, I'm glad I didn't go for the Celebration Mark II. I was just thinking that I should probably do that because this is taking a while. That only took an hour since we got the launcher. All right, let's equip that. And there it is. The dirtiest block. After this whole experience, I think the biggest reason as to why I haven't found one until now is simply because I've never gone for it before. Don't get me wrong, this item is still extremely rare, but in practice, the 6 in 1 million odds are much better than they look on paper when compared to other rare drops like the Slime Staff. Additionally, there's always the chance that I did find one at some point, and just never noticed because it looks the exact same as all the other dirt blocks. There's even a chance that I picked one up and mistakenly trashed it, thinking it was just regular dirt. So for those reasons, I think this item probably feels a lot rarer than it actually is. All we had to do was commit to ruining our world spawn to find it. Thanks for watching. Peace.